Hello, welcome back to the woods. I'm Neil, and if you're new to the channel, then remember, like and subscribe. Now, if you have watched this channel before, you will know this is a place where you won't find a great deal in the way of the big bushcraft brands. Bushcraft should be all about getting out in nature, experiencing this, practicing the skills and being a part of the great outdoors, not how big the price tag is on your gear. Somebody said to me a few years ago, oh, I'd love to take up bushcraft, what a brilliant hobby, but I can't afford it, which that's absolutely ridiculous. You don't need all the gear. Yes, there is some gear that you do need, but a lot of the time you can improvise. You can make it yourself. I make a lot of my gear myself, or another good source for practical outdoor gear for out here is army surplus, and that's what I want to talk to you about in this video, is a few bushcraft bargains that you can get from an army surplus shop. But before I do that, let's get the kettle on. So there was a time when army surplus was thought of as being old, outdated, heavily bad designs, and that was the case with a lot of the gear, but nowadays not so much. Soldiers used to go out and buy their own civilian equivalents of the military kit so they could use it out on operations or on exercise. Nowadays, well, they don't have to. To be honest, they get issued some very, very good gear. And so there are some items out there that are very, very good and very, very suitable for what we do in bushcraft. Quite often the problem is they're in camouflage, and you may not want to wear camouflage. I'm a person that very rarely would wear camouflage. So I always keep my eye open for block colours, solid colours, not camo gear. But also gear that meets all the requirements of a bit of modern outdoor gear, i.e. that it's a good design, that it's lightweight, that it's fast drying, that it's comfortable, etc, etc. And you do find that with some bits of military gear, but it also tends to be that little bit more soldier proof, so quite often it's that little bit more ruggedized. Now I've got a few bits of kit for you which you can get, and I will tell you where you can get them as we go through, and I'll also put some links in the description box down below so that you can go and find these bits of kit yourself. And the first bit of gear I'm going to talk about, well, it's not at this end, it's down that end. That's right, it's these bad boys, my Iturri Patrol boots. It was a boot that I did a video on, I think it was last year, could have been the year before. I paid £30 for them off eBay, and what a bit of kit they are. Lightweight, flexible, plenty of ankle protection, they're nice and soft, they are super comfy, they are literally like combat slippers. After a year plus of use, very little wear on the tread, so the soles are good, and I've never had wet feet in these boots, which I find a little bit odd because these aren't Gore-Tex lines. That was part of the attraction, but they are a great little boot. You can get them in brown, you can get them in black. They are lightweight and as cheap as chips, and absolutely ideal for what we do in bushcraft. We don't need a specialist combat boot. What we need is something that's basically a lightweight old-fashioned walking boot, and that is exactly what they are. So that's right, the next item is these, my trousers. Now these are Austrian army surplus, hence the plain colour. It's sort of a grey-green. And this is their combat trouser. It's a lightweight polycotton ripstop, which I think is a 65-35 mix, heavily in favour of polyester. So they're very windproof, very fast drying, very, very hard wearing. They've only got your 4 pockets, so you've got your 2 hand warmer pockets, you've got 2 leg pockets. The leg pocket is zip fastened, and inside there is a small velcro down sleeve which will take things like pocket knives, pruning saws, etc, etc. They've got reinforced knees. They normally come with an elastic draw cord closure on the bottoms of the legs too, but I took mine out. And these, I've been using these for about 10 years. I got my original ones from Endicotts Army Surplus down in Exeter in Devon. I'll put a link to them over there as well. You can also get these from a company called Forces Uniform Kit. Again, I'll put the link to them down below. I can't recommend these highly enough. I did a job a few years back with a friend of mine for another company, and all of their instructors all had 511, I think they were strike pants, which were these super tactical, all singing, all dancing trousers. In actual fact, the fabric was identical to this fabric. It was exactly the same. This is a much simplified version. They are great trousers in use. They've got decent sensible belt loops on there to take a fairly wide belt. They've got buttons sewn on the inside if you want to use them with braces. They are brilliant, and they're good year round, but particularly good when the weather gets wet. So spring, autumn, winter, these are my trousers of choice. They are excellent bits of kit, and I think last time I looked on Forces Uniform Kit they were £12.50. That's all, £12.50 for a set of trousers that I've had for about 10 years, and I've got 2 pairs of these, so they see a lot of use. I'd heartily recommend them to anyone. So the next couple of items that I'm going to show you are really items for as the weather turns that little bit cooler. And the first one of those is this. And this is a Dutch Army Surplus Merino wool top. Excellent bit of kit. For those of you who've been doing bushcraft a while, it's very similar to the Olfrot clothing, which was all merino wool in this type of green. Very high quality manufacture, flat locking seams. This one almost identical from what I can see, cut very well, good range of sizes, zip up neck, nice long back on it, good length sleeves as well. An absolutely brilliant item, and it's only £16.50. Again, this was Forces Uniform and Kit. Go on, have a look in their thermal section. It really is good. I'm going to model it for you coming up now. So there you go, lovely and soft, nice long sleeves. Doesn't have the thumb loops, but they are a good length. Again, at the back, pretty well cut, and you've got this lovely long zip roll neck, which if it gets too warm you can undo and have it open. Excellent winter base layer or a mid layer. At the moment I'm using it as my warm kit for the summer months. I chuck this on in the evening under my smock and it's absolutely superb. Now, as I recall, the Olfrot ones, well, you wouldn't get much change at 60 quid. £16.50, absolutely superb. Why would you not dash out and buy a couple? on a similar vein, if you have been around for quite a long time, you'll remember back in the day, as they say, Helly Hansen turned out what they call the fibre field jacket, and it was very, very sought after bit of kit. And I think back then, I think you could pay about £80 for one of those, and they were really, really superb. Well, guess what? The Dutch government went out, spoke to Helly Hansen, and got them to make them under contract for them. They're quite similar in that there is that fluffy interior, has a bobbly exterior, but otherwise it's got all of the same features. The other bonus with this is, as well as being made from polyamide, it's also made from wool. So it's got all the qualities that you want from wool, all the qualities from the polyamide, and this is an absolute classic, a great bit of kit. Again, I'm going to model this for you. I don't know why, because it's absolutely bakingly hot today, but things I do for you guys. So there you go, the classic Helly Hansen fibre field jacket. Thumb loops on the sleeves, hand warmer pockets, long back on it, high collar which zips right up. Absolutely superb for sealing in the warmth. These are lightweight, they're very, very fast drying, they're an absolute outdoor classic. Back in the day, as I said, I think these were probably about 80 quid a pop. I've seen them for sale since, new, and I don't think the price has changed that much. You're still looking at quite a lot of money. These, from Forces Uniform and Kit, 20 quid. What a superb piece of kit for your winter bushcrafting. As I said, it's lightweight, you can pack it into your pack, doesn't weigh a lot, doesn't take up a lot of space, but the warmth these things give off is absolutely amazing. So there you go, there's 4 little bushcraft bargains for you, ones that you can dash out and get for yourself ready for the season ahead, and they definitely won't let you down. They've been tried and tested by me, they are very, very good kit, and if you add them up, I think it comes to about 80 quid or so. Well, you wouldn't get a pair of Foil Raven trousers for that. Well, you might, but they'd only have one leg. So there are bargains out there, you just need to go out there and find them. If you enjoyed this video, then remember to hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Down in that description box down below, you will find links to my Etsy shop. You can pop over there, get yourself a Greencraft patch. I think there's a couple of EDC light pouches left on there, and there are also some of those guide haversacks coming up very, very soon. In fact, within the next few days. If you want to get to the head of the queue, I think there's about 10 of them. They're in 2 different colours. They are absolutely superb. A picture is coming up of them now. The way to guarantee that, of course, is if you become a patron, you can whip over there, you get first dibs and a discount on all of the kit. So if you want to get one, head over to the Etsy shop, Greencraft shop. If you want to guarantee getting yourself one, then head over to my Patreon page. The links are all down below. Anyway, I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.